The Mandalorian and Grogu is the newest theatrical Star Wars movie in 7 years. Is it any good? Here are my thoughts on it. Hello everybody, my name is Jesse and welcome to my channel. The Mandalorian and Grogu is the newest Star Wars movie in over 7 years. I was a big fan of seasons 1 and 2 of The Mandalorian show. Season 3 kind of lost me. I never actually even finished it. And so I didn't really have the highest hopes for this movie. I just didn't know how this was going to translate into a movie. And I pretty much got exactly what I expected. I think this movie was not downright awful, but the idea of The Mandalorian does not translate well into movie form. The idea of The Mandalorian, Sean Chandler said this best, the whole idea of The Mandalorian is that it is inherently episodic. It is meant to work as a TV show, and thus there's just no real reason to make it into a film. There's nothing about it that makes it feel like an event, and that's essentially what this movie comes off as. The film basically feels like they took 2 episodes of the show and stitched them together. There's no real like 3-act structure. It doesn't really feel like it's building to anything special in the 3rd act. Like it really just feels like a side quest that you would see over the course of 2 or 3 episodes in the middle of the season. And that really sucks because it makes it very forgettable. It's not like they took 2 of what would be the greatest episodes of the show. I went and saw it with a friend the other night, and we both agreed that it really, the vibe that it gave off was taking 2 really mid-tier episodes of the show, like episodes that you would see in the middle of the season that you would forget about by the time the season is even over. There's nothing memorable about it. And the film is, quite frankly, just very boring most of the time. I thought the first hour was somewhat decent, and you know, it gets us back into this world. We see the Mandalorian and Grogu having some fun moments, and once again they are sent on this sort of side quest by Sigourney Weaver's character, which how they even got her to be in this movie, I don't know, because it really just feels like she showed up for a paycheck. This movie had a fairly stacked cast for literally no reason. It doesn't feel like anybody even really tries. But I digress. But after the first hour, it just goes on for way too long. It gets very, very boring, especially in the middle part where it essentially, without giving anything away, the Mandalorian is kind of just off screen for a really long time, and essentially the whole middle portion of the movie is just Grogu off doing his own thing, and it felt like it was more of a marketing tactic to sell Grogu toys than it was with the intention of making a movie. That's really how this film comes off as, and that's what really disappointed me. That's really all. I don't really have that much to say. This film kind of gave me exactly what I expected. I didn't really have the highest hopes, and it pretty much met my expectations. And I hate to say that I disliked 2 Star Wars movies in a row, but that's unfortunately the state that Star Wars is in at the moment. Andor is the only thing in a really long time Star Wars has done that I've really enjoyed. Star Wars as a whole, as a brand, has kind of lost me, unfortunately, and I hate to say that because I grew up on the original trilogy and the prequels. I love this franchise, but it's just gotten very saturated and mediocre over the last decade or so. So If you've seen this movie, what do you think of it? Let me know down in the comments below. And until my next video like this one, subscribe to my channel and keep watching movies.